Okay, let's see if it works. We're live. Sweet. Hi, welcome in. LoonFromNeptune here. I finally have something to do. I'm thinking the music's working too. It looks like it's working. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Yeah. Seems things are going alright. I can't stay here forever though. I have to be somewhere at a certain time. But anyway, yeah. What is up, my fellow loonies? Welcome to another video. Today we're doing Let's Just Talk. This is a series where I literally just talk. And usually I read your guys' comments, but no one's on here right now, so I'm just gonna talk, I guess. Let me check my phone device. Up in quality. Thank you, thank you. Alright, well, seems things are going alright. Let me turn down my own volume for my sake. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. So it seems everything's going okay. Cool. So, yeah. What do we want to talk about today in this lovely world? Or maybe horrendous world. Currently in my car on my way to Tommy's. That sounds like fun. Hope you have fun at Tommy's. Hope you have fun at Tommy's. Let's take a look at, like, Google Drive. Maybe I have something to talk about in there. Alright, this is more like a chill stream. We just listen to music and we talk. It's really that simple. Pretty much the same principle as the drawing stream, except no drawing. Who are some of your inspirations at being a YouTuber? That is a great question. Thank you. Oof, let me think about that. Well, obviously, there's the big ones like Markiplier. He's a big inspiration to me, but that's because of like his, I guess, editing styles. He has editors, so, but I don't know. He's an inspiration to me. I can't exactly say why. I just like his stuff, and I try to do better so I can compete, I guess. I'm also inspired by, at least in recent years, I've been inspired by YouTubers like Dumbsville, D'Angelo Wallace, Just a Robot, just a few names. Mostly commentary these days, but there's also musical artists that inspire me. But when it comes to YouTube, mostly just Markiplier and a few commentary YouTubers. I don't know. And welcome on in, Green Machine. Thanks for tuning in. Right now I am just talking about stuff and playing this music. Is it on loop right now? Let's put it on loop just to be safe. Oh boy. I am not really in the best shape right now. I am very tired, and also I was originally going to do a gaming stream, but that didn't go down very well. I have to pack up in about, I don't know, soonish. I have time to talk for a bit though, so send any questions you want me to answer or something, or Yeah, Sleepy Loon. Sleepy Loon. Yeah. Just send in questions if you want, or if you want to, I can just talk to you guys. That's the whole point. It's just supposed to be chill. Have to kind of explain it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years or so? Good question. Thank you, Bunkatron. So, 5 years down the road, I really don't know. There's two great questions. I'm going to answer Green Machine's question right after answer Bunkatron's. So, in 5 years, I hope to see myself doing more entertainment. I really want to do acting and animation in the future. Either one of those two, but acting, at least, yeah, acting and voice acting have been really fun, and I want to continue doing that for like the rest of my life. YouTube's a lot of fun, but it takes a lot of work, but I do kind of hope I can do it further in the future. 5 years down the road, I hope to have a decent paying job, stable work, pretty much. I hope to be in a better place both physically and mentally. Yeah, I hope to have my driver's license and to, I guess, own my own place, maybe? I don't know. Something along those lines. At this point, I think more of the present. Life takes you where it takes you. So, I have to kind of get back to you on that one. Now, what inspired me to draw? That is a good question. Really, there was just a lot. When I was a kid, I watched a lot of animated stuff, and I was just like, I want to do that. So I drew a lot, and most of it, I guess you start off really bad before you get good, okay? There's a lot of quotes I like to use in my everyday life, but most of them are kind of revolve around the one idea of you have to suck at something for a bit in order to get good at something, or do something a lot before you get good. I think it was Bruce Lee who said, I don't fear the man who's practiced 1,000 kicks once, but the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times. I think that's the quote. It's something along those lines. So, drawing, I just really wanted to do all the stuff that all my favorite animators were doing. Sonic the Hedgehog really started me off, and all my stuff was awful. Actually, I have some of my old drawings down here. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. Let me take a look. This is all freshman year stuff. Not bad, but not great either. Sonic's okay. Do I have my art book down here? Or my sketchbook or whatever? I'm sure I do. Here, let me pull out my humongous thing. Come back here. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can... right here. I got it. Is it showing up on my camera? This entire thing here is filled with nothing but old artwork of mine. I hope to show you all in one video. Really, these days my inspiration is just a bunch of other artists online. If you asked me a bunch of years ago, it'd be like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. Yeah, anyway, good question, thank you. If things aren't answered in the best way, it's because I'm tired, so I apologize. Also, that was very heavy. Let's switch to songs real quick. Cool. Alright. Something I kind of want to talk about, but You know what? Why don't I talk about it? Unless there's more questions, then in which case I'll wait. But here, you know what? I'll just ask this real quick. Or talk about this. So I'm sure some of you are aware of that one show I've been working on for a while called Adapt. Yeah? Okay, man, hopefully your day goes well. I have to go now. Bye. Alright, enjoy your day, Green Machine. Happy birthday. Take care, man. Take care. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about Adapt for a bit. Not like anything major, just cause I don't know. Anyway, well, I haven't worked on it in quite a long time. The last time I really worked on it was during my drawing streams for it. I guess the comic adaptation, which at this point will probably be the only adaptation, if not an animated version, but I don't know about that one. I'm leaning on just making it a comic at this point. I really don't... COVID kind of screwed things over, and I don't have the budget to make a series right now. Maybe later down the line I can turn it into a television show, but in the meantime, I'm thinking of maybe making it a comic. I don't know. Anyway, where I was going with this is... It's not canceled, but it is put on hold for a while I kind of figure things out. I don't know what I want to do with it. I honestly don't even know if I want to do it anymore. Call it writer's block or call it just wanting to move on. I started working on it all the way back in 8th grade. I wrote the original concept. It was not good. And then I started like really working on it in 9th grade, so freshman year. That would have been I'm a junior now, so it was 2 years ago. I feel old, but the original version was 3 years ago, so crazy, right? Yeah. It originally just started off as me, and then I brought on a friend of mine called Noah. Shout out to Noah. Hey, if you're watching this, thanks for coming in. I highly doubt you are. But if you are, thank you. Anyway, I brought him on and he started writing for a bit. My original idea was more dark and gritty. Not edgy, just dark and gritty. And it didn't have a lot of life in it. Noah came in and he added in a lot of stuff that I really admire, but also a lot of stuff that I just kind of couldn't deal with. And Noah, let me get this out there. You're a fantastic writer. I think you're wonderful at writing, but there's some areas where you could really use some work. And that's if you're watching this. So one thing, if you're writing a thing based on a time era, don't do too many pop culture references based on that era. It's a bit in the nose, or on the nose, I guess is the right expression. It's too much. And I think that was kind of my problem, is it got too far. It went too far with the pop culture, to the point where I just didn't even really want to work on it anymore. It was originally set in the 80s. I think I'm changing into the 90s. I'm not sure, though. Back when I was writing it, it was during the beginning of that whole 80s nostalgia fad. But, yeah. I think that's been done to death now. And I don't want to be cliche. Back then I was cliche, but like I at least was able to admit where I was cliche, and I wasn't a straight up rebuff. Okay. Noah. Oh, how do you view the other members of Oaf? Any inspirations or things to get off your chest? Ooh, cool. Yeah, I'll talk about that instead. I'll just finish off by my point with Adapt is not really like the Shut up, Grammarly. I can't skip the ad. There's oh now I can. Now I can skip the ad. Screw you. Alright, yeah. I've just been lacking creativity with Adapt. I'm gonna leave it at that. How do you view other members of Oaf? I love them all. So, obviously, the members we have right now are Rylan, so Bunkatron, AK Motions, Landon, Dino Kitten, Alex, Ben, Remnant Music, Tommy Nitro, Tommy, Timmy Turd, whatever. My brother, Nathaniel, maybe, I don't know what his name is, or what he wants to go by, so I just call him Nathaniel. Green Machine, yeah, I mean, alright, let me kind of share my opinions on it all. Bunkatron, I like his style, you know, I like all his redstone builds and all that good stuff. Fantastic with the redstone. His automatic sorter is freaking amazing. His nether theme is amazing. He's good at being, I guess, server owner. Yeah, he's good at that. Pretty good at that. Landon, AK Motions. Once again, he's really creative. I admire his creativity and his aspirations. But sometimes, much like anyone in the group, they can get on my nerves a little sometimes. But overall, I tend to get over my grudges pretty quickly. I don't really hold grudges. I just get minorly annoyed every once in a while. Or, like, I'm depressed, so I'll lash out. But, I never stay mad at anyone for a very long time. Let's see, Alex, fantastic builder. The best builder in our group. Amazing, inspires me to be better. Though I already know I won't be able to do better. Yeah. But Dino Kitten, Alex, fantastic builder, fantastic person, very funny, quiet a lot of the time, but when she talks, she brings a lot of fun. Also the most wholesome voice and laugh ever. So, yeah, it's Ben. Oh boy, Ben. I have a lot of respect for Ben. He says a lot of controversial things, but honestly, it's not like he's offensive or anything. He'll just say a few things sometimes that make me go, maybe don't say that, you know, or like maybe piss me off a little. But once again I get over it fast because Ben's overall a good guy. He brings a lot of entertainment, and I know he's just having fun, and we're having fun too. Yeah. That's what I think of Ben. My brother, I mean, he never hops on Oaf. I think he got on a total of 2 times. He's my brother, so what can I say? He's cool. I wish he would hop on Oaf more, just so we could have more, I guess, people and more stuff. I like having a lot of people. Anyways, but he's a cool guy. We hang out all the time in our free time. I just wish we had hung out more. Who else? Green Machine. Kind of hard to complain about Green Machine, considering he's there for almost every single one of my videos. He's funny. Funny as hell. Oh, yeah, there's an ad playing. Shut up. Sorry. Yeah, he's funny. He's creative. Yeah, I can't really complain about Green Machine. Green Machine's awesome. you know? Yeah. Let's see. Who? Oh, Tommy. Tommy is probably kind of a little similar to Ben. A little bit different, but pretty similar. Says a lot of stuff that really grinds my gears, but I get over it pretty quickly because I get that sometimes he's just being silly, and other times he's being 100% dead serious, but it adds to the comedy. Yeah, oof. Anyway, yeah, Tommy, I'm happy that he's finally coming on Minecraft and OWF more in particular, like a lot. I like seeing all his little progressions when it comes to his base and whatever. You know, it used to be just a little thing. It's been there since episode 1, but it wasn't until recently that he started adding to it, so I admire that. Yeah, I should get off my ass and start building stuff in my base, but once again, I don't know how to do stuff like everyone else, I guess. I'm a very casual Minecraft player. I don't play it like a lot of people do. I'm not like a good builder, I just build for the sake of things. As for stuff to get off my chest, not really at this moment. I'll let you know if there's anything I need to get off my chest. Inspirations Minecraft-wise, definitely just everybody in Oaf. Anyway, after you're done answering that, any games you plan to make an actual playthrough on channel anytime soon? Yes, I do plan on playing a lot of games. Miles Morales is one that I've been playing on my own, and it's a lot of fun. I do intend to play it on stream. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I do plan on doing a lot more Dreams content, because Dreams is a lot of fun too, and I get to make my own games. And music and stuff, I like being creative. I just can't build a Minecraft house for the life of me. But I can build a video game from the ground up, apparently. Anyway, any other games I plan on playing through? Other than that, not really. I tend to just play games casually. Other than Minecraft, I have no real intentions to stream a lot, but I really do want to start playing more games on stream. So if you ever have any ideas for a game and you want me to stream it, just tell me and I'll do it most likely. Yeah, Sonic games are fun sometimes, but I don't know if those make entertaining streams. Anyway, yeah. I hope to play more games. I guess that's my final answer. Is I hope to play more, but I don't really know what games to do other than Minecraft at this rate. So much easier to do drawing streams and gaming streams these days, because I can use my creative outlet and do a chill stream without it being awkward. This is a bit awkward, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. Gaming, when I do it on my own, it's just completely awkward because I'm just like, oh dear lord. Anyway, yeah, I'm tired as heck. Okay, this is not going to be a very long stream. Anyway, yeah. While there's not an abundance of questions, I want to take this moment to just talk about something kind of silly. So, I'm sure a lot of you remember the Oaf days. Yeah, so the older Oaf days, as in like a month ago, where we kept building up a lore or whatever. Yeah, I want to talk about that lore for a second because... Oh, yeah. Okay, it's an advertisement. Can you go away? Advertisements, thank you. Yeah, so I know we're not going through with it, so I think I'm allowed to talk about it. I wrote most of the lore. Rylan came up with the idea to do some lore stuff. I wanted to just play really. It was like, let's do a lore. I was like, that could be interesting. So he's like, what if this, and I'm like, sure, I'll see what I can do. And then things kind of changed as it progressed. We were gonna do a lore, and then Ben kind of came in, and it was like, well, maybe we'll have him be a part of the lore. And I was like, great. Now I have to rewrite everything. So I felt down then, but like honestly, I think just doing the lore in the first place was kind of silly. But I understand it. It's just, we're not Dream SMP, so sometimes. So I'll read to you all of the lore. So episode 1 was supposed to be a regular stream, and then maybe 5 to 10 minutes in, I would join in and say that I would have an announcement, and then I'd announce a jailing system where people are thrown in for crimes instead of being taken to court. In case you don't know, we have a court in OWF for crimes, and if you are taken to court, then you can be punished. But obviously at this point, there was not a lot you could do. It was like work in the pit, and then that was punishment pretty much. Yeah, so I announced a chilling system where people get thrown in just because I don't got time to deal with that. So of course this angered everyone, mostly people like Landon, who's against the government, who also I hired as my chief of police, but only for his own personal gain. He's going to try and overthrow the government using his position because he believes in total anarchy. And that was basically the idea with the lore, was government versus the anarchists. So Bunkatron was supposed to kind of be against me at first, and then slowly kind of come towards me, and then against me again. And then unite everyone against me. That was the whole thing. So Tommy would team up against the government, so with Landon, but not because he hates the government, but because he hated me for winning the election. There was a lot of stuff that was good. I thought it was pretty funny, but I don't know. Anyway, so originally the lore was going to be that or apparently what people wanted was Alex wanted drugs and I said no to drugs, but that's not true. I never said no to drugs. I said, hey, as long as you're being safe about it, that's cool, in the original stream. But what you don't know is when I actually got elected, behind the scenes, I made a deal to basically make a drug empire where she would make cocaine for me, and I would be the only one to distribute it. So I basically became Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, and she was Heisenberg and Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, so there was that, but we ended up changing it to the killing orphans part, because in my rulebook I specified that murder's illegal in any case, unless it said otherwise. So like if someone was killed, but they said it's cool, then it would be 100% legal. Otherwise, it was a crime. And that was why she would team up against me, because she wanted to kill orphans. But because murder's not allowed, she's mad and teams up against the government. So, in case you didn't already know this, Tommy has a castle that's kind of off the mainland. and it's the base of operations for the anarchists because it's outside of the main server area. And there was going to be different lobbies for the different teams and different streams from the different perspectives. That was the idea. So Bunk would stream, or Bunkatron would stream, I would stream, and Dino Kitten would most likely stream. So the groups are plotting and working on taking full control, and that's how the stream would pretty much end. Bunk is proposing that we talk it out, and this goes wrong and instead results in the two parties finally declaring war. Yeah, so we declared war on each other. Episode 2, I don't mech peace, so he almost joins the anarchists. Rylan, of course. As he's organizing his stuff, I walk in and say, join lobby 2, which was a little inside joke. And then there I would persuade Bunk into the future of the server. Like, have him think about it. And I convinced him to make things more orderly. And in order to have him show his oath, he was to kill Jerry at first. It was supposed to be Jerry, but Jerry went missing before we could even record the streams. So we had to settle to kill Llama instead. Llama being Tommy's horse. This would result in Tommy finally hating government instead of Landon being like, this is the end. So, after a while, Bunkatron sees the destruction and realizes he swore oath to the wrong side because there's no order on my side and things are worse than ever. So, episode 3, Bunkatron creates a new faction and convinces everyone but Loon about it. This ends the war. Loon calls out Bunkatron for treason but has other ideas than jail. This is where Loon challenges Bunk to a battle to the death. Whoever wins introduces their government. Loon loses and this results in Loon being locked up. So it was going to end with me being angry about the new factions and then me trying to kill Rylan to take over and then failing. So Bunkatron teaches everyone that the government must remain impartial in order to succeed. Government is for the people, but my persona, my character was not for the people and was in for himself, and thus that's why I fell. So instead, a true democracy where the people vote on the government and like, not government officials, just on the government, right? It's basically the people control themselves. They vote on laws and stuff. So the anarchists realize that some things need order, but when government takes all control, things go bad. So I'm not president, or I was not going to be president anymore after that. And Bunkatron would come up with a compromise system, and for 5 episodes I'd be locked up in jail, and then I'd escape, and then I'd try to take over, built a fort outside, and plot to take over. But then everyone would hunt me down and arrest me. And after being in jail for a full sentence, I would return learning from my ways. By that I mean he forgets everything because the lore was just a script. Yeah. So not really crazy, but I thought it would be funny. At the time, I don't know if anyone liked it because no one really responded saying, good, I would change this. No one said bad, but no one said good, so I assumed people liked it. And then the stream we were going to start with the lore, we ended up canceling the lore pretty much because it got too... It took too much of a toll on my mental health. Yeah. Okay. Ad, go away. You're ruining my video and my deep talk about how Minecraft politics was bad for my mental health. Yeah, so at home I had just moved. I was not getting any sleep. I was slightly depressed. I don't know why. Seasonal depression, call it. Stuff was not going so hot. So obviously I got upset You can hear in that video I started to get upset. Yeah, anyway, I got over it. Things are okay now. I'm just tired all the time now. I go to sleep at like 6 o'clock every night. And I have a feeling once the stream is over, I'm gonna pack up, head to the place I need to go, and then I'm gonna sleep at my other house. Cause it's custody week. Woo, time to switch custody. Yeah, divorced parents, everyone. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, long-winded explanation of the oath. Lore. There's no questions here, so I'm just gonna keep talking about projects that I was working on. Yeah, so, during October, I made a Spooky Scary Skeletons remix. It was really, really good, but I didn't post it because the second I did a private upload, you know, one that was only for me, it got copyright claimed, and I couldn't dispute it, even though legally they have no authority to claim it. It's a remix. It used completely new, not composition, the composition was the same. It used brand new instruments. I even changed the drums to make it sound more unique. I added effects, I added all this cool stuff to make it unique, and it still got copyright claims because that makes total freaking sense. Yeah. Anyway, so I never released it, but I really want... Oops. Sorry about that. I really want to at some point. I hope to release it in the near future. In the meantime, you can find it on my Dreams profile. If you're on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, go to my account on Dreams, Sonic-H187. Hyphen is not the word, it's the name of the dash. Yeah, Sonic H187, Sonic H187, Sonic H187, whichever one you want to go with. Those all describe it. That's my PlayStation username. Look, you'll see that I post a lot of stuff on there that I haven't put on YouTube, but yeah, anyway, there's that. Other than that, let me think. Projects. Okay, you guys remember Don News episode 1? Yeah, the Call Me Carson allegation or drama video, I guess, where I talked about the controversy, or I guess the not the allegations, but more the drama behind the allegations. Yeah, that video was decently received, but is also quite controversial. And I was gonna make a more in-depth video, like a follow-up or a replacement, and yeah, I decided maybe not to do it because pretty much my point was made with all the comments I already did. So yeah, I did a whole bunch of frickin' I wrote a semi-script for it. I'm not gonna read it because right now it's 5 pages of filth. But I actually kind of want to bring up one point. So one person left a very lengthy comment that was very fucking... It was the worst thing I've ever read in my life. Yeah, so... Yeah, I made a response to it. Yeah, so let's see. Mr. Pumperknuckles. I'm sure you can still find the comment. So, I will read it and I'll kind of go over it on my own. Only problem is that with the full DM release, you will see that card manipulates Sam. Alright, so what I wrote down is I partially agreed. I didn't cover the full DMs, but at the time of recording, all the DMs weren't released. Maybe when it was the video came out, they were, but around the time of recording, the full DMs were not released at all. So there wasn't much to go off of, but there was enough to see that clearly there was grooming going on. Yeah, so I should have looked at all the points, but once again couldn't. Ha 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 ha. And I need to bring this up. The entire point of that video wasn't to talk about the allegations, but rather the I guess. Shut your face hole. Thank you. Ironic. This is the exact same song I used, or not the exact same version of it. It's a remix, but same version, or not same version, same song that I used. Let's see. So, yeah, I was focusing on the commentary community's response to the allegations, not the allegations themselves. So, people were overlooking the issue behind the DMs. I suppose I should do. I'm not gonna do a follow-up. There's so many videos out there, you could come up with your own opinion. He said that the person, Sam, aka the person who came forward about the situation, they say they groomed Carson. And that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because one, she's not a big-time internet celebrity. Two, while she started the conversation, she did not start off by asking for nudes. Carson started that. But it was consensual. Nudes are... okay. There's a difference between sexual stuff, like the age of consent, and sending nude pictures to each other. By definition, child pornography, federally, not by state, like a lot of people seem to overlook with age of consent, by federal law, if you have any image depicting a person under the age of 18 in any pornographic, lewd, or sexual way, illegal. Doesn't matter if you're the one who took the picture, if you're the one being received the picture. Yeah. Carson asked for the pictures. He wanted the pictures. Therefore, guilty. You could argue he didn't manipulate for them, but he did receive them. Illegal. I'm sorry. That doesn't change that. That's the issue. You can't overlook the fact that he received child pornography. That's the only crime. That's what people always say. Other than the child pornography, it's perfectly fine. Well, you just proved my entire fucking point. The child pornography's the problem. It pisses me off. I'm sorry. Yeah, he says... was it... Someone that happens between a 2-year age gap more than I've ejaculated in my life is that I don't think you have a full understanding of the situation details. Yeah, you're an idiot. So firstly, I don't see what ejaculating, or you ejaculating specifically, has to do with anything. Secondly, no one fully understood the frickin'... Why is this on my playlist? I don't like this one. I'm gonna do my cover. Come on. There we go. Cool. Anyway, yeah, none of that is relevant. No one understood this situation fully when I recorded. At that point, all we knew is there was enough DMs, and his friends came forward about it. They confirmed it. Carson himself kind of confirmed it based on his friends coming forward. So, yeah, I think I had a decent enough understanding. And I knew the laws, too, so it wasn't like I was going in blind. I know the law. Yeah, so I'm gonna completely go over that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to cancel Carson in case anyone hasn't picked that up already. Like I've said a million times in my fucking video, Carson doesn't need to be canceled. And also, we don't need to defend him automatically. Don't be a fucking moron. Look at the facts. There's no one side or the other. There's always a middle ground. You provide little understanding, cherry-picking context to push a narrative. I was not trying to push a narrative. I was showing you all the information that was available at the fucking time. You're an asshole. And an idiot. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This was the point that I used. I used evidence available at the time of recording, which was Carson sent DMs asking for nudes. The fan agreed, but later regretted it. Keemstar reports it and calls Carson a pedo, later retracting this point. That's exactly what happened. People online try to cancel Carson and tell him he's a pedo. Others use Romeo and Juliet law, I'm going to bring that up later, as well as age of consent to prove he isn't a pedo. And yeah, it's true. He's not a pedophile. But he did ask for nudes for someone under the age of 18. That makes him, well, that makes him guilty. Regardless of if he's a pedo or groomer or not, he asked for nude pictures of someone under the age of 18. And that's a crime, a federal crime. Whereas age of consent and Romeo and Juliet law only applies in some states. So your point is invalid when trying to go against a federal law, which actually has nothing to do with said situation, because once again, age of consent and Romeo and Juliet law does not apply to the federal child pornography laws. It's not fucking rocket science, people. I'm sorry, it pisses me off that people lack the goddamn understanding to... No! Clearly, state law and federal law are the exact same! Fucking idiocy at its finest. Yeah, anyway. If anything, that person was cherry picking. Yeah. I'm sorry, but reality speaks differently. Not just for me, but also many other people who actually are psychological professionals. Who say besides the bizarre... Bazaar? B-A-Z-A-A-R? Fucking bizarre? Like the fucking... You're an idiot. Can't even spell bizarre right. Besides the bizarre choice in vocabulary, Carson, if anything, was complaining the majority of the time. No, he was not. He was like, fuck, I shouldn't do it, but I want it so bad. That's literally something that happened in the messages. Doesn't matter, he still asked for it, and he still received nude pictures. It doesn't change anything. And also, he said that he was a psychological professional. You're telling me you're a psychological professional. And the only thing you've posted on your channel is a Gmod video? Not only that, you provide no evidence of this claim either. And to me, it sounds like you're just trying to sound smarter. Mr. Pumperknuckles. What an ass. If you were a real psychological professional, I would really like to know what your qualifications are. What university did you go to? What is your major? Oh, my music buffered. All that good stuff, because that's all important. You can't just say you're a psychological professional and expect me to believe that shit. I could say I'm a lawyer, but that doesn't mean I am. Because I'm not. There was a time when I wanted to be one, though. Anyway, so the next thing he did was bring up Romeo and Juliet law, saying that because of it, he was under protection. In case you don't know what Romeo and Juliet law is, let me pull that up for you real quick. Yeah, so, as you can tell, this is basically my follow-up. I wanted to talk about it somewhere where I could vent. The Romeo and Juliet law allows consensual sex. Consensual sex. See? between two minors who are less than 2 years apart in age. 2 years apart in age, that's fair, right? It applies when these minors are at 15, 16, or 17 years old. Therefore, if a 15-year-old engages in consensual sex with their 17-year-old partner, the Romeo and Juliet law protects them. Bingo. Notice the age of consent in Carson State is 16. However, that doesn't apply to Sam, and also doesn't apply to child pornography, because the age of consent is different than fucking child porn, which is a federal crime versus a state. And Romeo and Juliet law only protects in some states, and it also depends on what state you live in, the gap in the age. Most of the time it's 2 to 5 years. That's for the most part. And while it's true, Romeo and Juliet law is, would protect them if they were having sex, they weren't. They were sending nude pictures. Right there. Allows consensual sex. It does not say allows sending nudes. Child pornography. They're two completely different laws. Yeah. He did not try to have sex with the 17-year-old, and he did not ask for sexual favors. And I covered that in the video, but since you were clearly too focused on having a hate boner on anyone saying anything remotely negative, why don't you go jack off your fucking dick and ejaculate, because apparently that's important to every situation. But, I don't know. Apparently, since you're too stupid to realize this, that child pornography and Romeo and Juliet laws don't really matter in context to each other. Romeo and Juliet law does not apply because it's based on consensual sex, not on nude pictures. Child pornography laws, according to justice.gov, a government website for justice and law, federal law defines child pornography as any visual depiction of sexually explicit conduct involving a minor, persons less than persons less than 18 years old. Images of child pornography are also referred to as child sexual abuse. So, yeah, he would go to fucking jail. Under federal laws, yes, if Carson has those pictures, then he could get in trouble. But if you charge Carson with a crime of CP, you have to charge those girls for producing and distributing said CP. It isn't a one-sided blade here. Okay. Literally never said anything about the women being innocent or guilty, because that's not the point of my fucking video. It never was. My point was discussing the real crime at play, which was possession of child pornography. Grooming is not necessarily a crime, but yeah, it's a sexual abuse method. Pedophilia is a crime, I'll tell you that much. Child pornography, that's a crime. Carson's not a pedophile. You could argue he's not a groomer. I disagree with you, but you could argue that. You'd be an idiot to argue that, but sure, why not? Why not? Okay, we'll go with it. But, you know, you can't debate with the federal law saying that any sexually explicit image of a person under the age of 18, that's child pornography, it's a federal crime, you go to jail. So Carson, yeah, he get charged, he's in trouble. You literally just proved my point. But once again, never mentioned anything about the girls, because not the point of the video. What do I personally think? Doesn't matter. He did have those pictures. I had the DM. I don't want to show it, but yeah, he admitted that he sexted the 17-year-old. So yeah, there you go. And you were not holding him accountable. I'm sick and tired of people not holding Carson accountable for his crime. I'm sorry. I love Carson's content. I'm still watching his stuff. I literally watched 5 of his videos today before I even hopped on this one, because I still like his stuff. But you know, he's guilty. He's committed a crime, a federal crime. Just as bad as the people like Keemstar who just don't hold anyone accountable or jump on a bandwagon before really doing anything. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's pretty much my whole point. That guy was an asshole. I'm done with the Carson situation. You want me to talk about it more? Bring it up in another fucking live stream. I'll debate the shit out of you. Yeah, moving on. My wants and needs, no. Let's see, is there something more fun I could talk about? Oh, I realize this video goes on for 30 minutes. Whatever, that's fine. Ah. What's this? I don't know what that's for. Yeah, I don't really have much to talk about, surprisingly. Wow. Oh, let's talk about music. Yeah, okay. So, hey, how you doing? I'm doing alright, Green Machine. Welcome back. I just got finished talking about a controversial topic for quite some time. I think I made a few fair points, but I'm also very tired, so maybe I'm not very smart sounding. I don't really want to talk about the situation ever again, but maybe I will. But I think I was clear. I'm doing good. I'm just tired. I'm gonna wrap up the stream by talking with music or maybe answering a few questions. So I started working on a new song. I can't play it for you yet. It's over. I will watch back when this is over. Cool, thank you. Yeah. I've talked about it before, but I really wanted to get something off my chest. Oh, I had that built in for a while. I was mad. Wait, hold up. Wake up. Wake up. Let's turn off the music. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Run. Run, run, run. Run. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, yeah, I started working on a song. I can't play it yet, but I really hope I can share it soon. It's 100% original. I made it on my own. What's funny is it's based on an old song I was working on roughly a year ago. But I wanted to make an actual good version of it. So I'm going to work on that tonight before I sleep, maybe. Or at least give it a listen. And then once that's done, and if I get it to a good enough spot, I'll release a demo. And you guys can take a listen. But it's been pretty good process, actually. It's shocking how much better at music I am now than I was back then. Next thing I want to talk about is my song Vagina Candle, which was a song based on the Gwyneth Paltrow This Smells Like My Vagina candle. Back at the time, no one had talked about it, and it was like a little obscure joke. And then people like Jay Schlatt hopped on the joke right as I was like in the middle of thank you, Green Machine. I like my music too. Yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? yeah, music, Vagina Candle. Jay Schlatt started putting or talking about it right around the time I was gonna upload it, or I was gonna start working on it more, and then it became popular, and now if I do it, people will think I'm doing a Jay Schlatt song. I hate internet culture sometime. But yeah, the Vagina Candle song, I think I'm still gonna do. Speaking of which, let's talk about this for a second. They made a sequel. This Smells Like My Orgasm. Yeah, that's all I need to say. There's a candle that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's orgasm. Yeah, with that, Vagina Candle might still happen, but it's gonna take a lot more time to work on. Yeah, okay, we are about an hour and 51 minutes into the stream. Yeah, that's good. Why don't we end the stream off? Because I gotta start packing up. Because I gotta go soon. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I hope to do more little streams like this in the future. So, let's look at my notifications real quick, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Cool. Oh, I love Sonic Mega Collection music. Anyway, yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure to press that notification bell to stay notified. You know, I'm trying to do uploads way more frequently, but I can't promise any consistency. School has been draining. Maybe that's why I'm tired all the time. Yeah, not only that, I can only really stream every other week, because over at the house I'm in right now, this is my dad's, or not my dad's, this is my mom's place. I have my own little room where I can be as loud as I want to, and I have my own lights, and I have all my monitors and all that good stuff. But over at my dad's, I have to be quiet because I have a toddler sleeping in the room like right over there, and everyone else is sleeping over there, and I have a very thin door and broken windows, and my bedroom is connected to the bathroom that is connected to my parents' bedroom, which means that they can hear me, and if I go anywhere like this, they can hear me. Like, it's bad. I have to talk. I have to talk like this if I want to stay alive. It's annoying. I hate it. Yeah, and then the second I go slightly too loud, it's like, could you keep it down? I don't know. It sucks that I can only do it every other week. Yeah, so this is my first stream using Streamlabs instead of OBS, and it's gone okay. I'm gonna try doing another stream like this another time. That shit. Yeah. Just how I am. Yeah. It's annoying, but you get used to it after a while. Hopefully I can do some O streams with like Rylan. I don't know. I just can't stream on my own this week. Maybe I'm gonna edit a video and release it. If not, I'll work on music and then hopefully release that. And if not, see you next week. I'm gonna say that like every week. See you next week. Cool. I like doing stuff like this. Thank you all for watching. I love you all.